Now we have let's proceed. Now we are back. We want now to handle block 4. So who can remember what we had in block 1? In block 1, we did some introductions on women in digital business, and we had 3 major areas of that, the major steps that are used in making our business run digitally. So we said number 1 was digitization. The other one, the third one was
Digital transformation.
very well. And then in block 1 we also saw which block showed us the social media. The second block, isn't it? It's how to build an online presence. And we said there are handles, social media handles that are very useful in our business. For example, Instagram, TikTok, WhatsApp, YouTube, you see, we can make use of these ones to help us. And in block 3, selling online. You understand? So we saw there marketplaces, e-commerce, you see, and also what you expect, or the elements you expect to see when you are in a virtual store, isn't it? Yes. And now we want to see how do we adapt other business processes. Very important. Now I want us to be very keen with block 4 because it carries a lot of weight. Now for this one, we'll be able to learn how we receive orders and collect payments. You understand? Yeah. Because if you cannot be able to receive an order, in fact, before I knew how to make orders in Jumia, I used to have a lot of problems. I order something and then maybe I have not specified where should I collect it. So now I'm just waiting. Is it not coming? Kumbe the order is incomplete. You see? Yeah. So we will learn how to receive orders and also collect payments. So now, in this session, we will do the receiving, and then session 8, we will handle the shipping and delivery of goods. So what's the importance of a good payment service provider? Let's go ahead and see. Okay, let's move on. So there are common issues with e-commerce. And these issues, number 1, they are what? Payment security, which is very, very big issue we need to check. Then number 2 is payment that maybe has been declined, or maybe limited payment options, or currency exchange and complex what? Complex processes. We'll see this one. Now, an effective, secure, and trustworthy payment processing service is of paramount importance to our success. You see, if you've delivered a product and then you find out the procedure of you getting paid takes more time than you expected, that one does not help. Because money is very unsafe when it is in the transition in the air. Anybody can take it away. So you have to be very keen. If you're a graphic designer and you've designed something you've given your client, let there be a smooth way of you receiving your money. That's why now people would quickly find out on how to have their own website, which is very quick in terms of transfer. Unless your client is maybe abroad. But if they are within, you can easily be paid. If they are abroad, then you find a service provider that will not disadvantage you. So what happens after sale? Number 1, there is the buying, right? Then after buying, you do the shipping. Then after shipping, the payment. That's why in Jumia, you will spot what you want. You see? Then it is them who will do the shipping. Then once the product comes, they tell you it is at a particular location. or maybe you want them to bring it where you are, you tell them. That one is the shipping process. After it comes and you verify that this is the product I needed, then the payment is like that. So here we have the buyer and there is the seller, but in between there is a service, a payment service provider. That one is called an e-commerce transaction. You get the point? For example, these are the following online payment service providers. Number one, we have a major outstanding supplier who is called PayPal. See? Yes, nowadays we have got PayPal and M-Pesa. We have got PayPal and M-Pesa. Then we have PayPal itself. Then we have Stripe, M-Pesa, and this one. And I'm sure this one was fully customized to suit Kenya. Ama is M-Pesa, PayPal M-Pesa globally found. Enough today it has been in Europe.
Yes.
Did you find?
Yeah. Through the app.
Oh, you found through the
M-Pesa
app?
yes.
Okay. Yes. And even Get2 has been Get2 has also been somewhere. So M-Pesa, PayPal M-Pesa is also found. Okay. Yeah. So these ones are payment service providers. Sometimes when you work online, like those who are designing, maybe you design a poster and then you give it to someone, maybe in Nigeria, in Ghana, they use PayPal to give you your money. You understand? So, how do we choose a payment service provider? Number one, read the first one.
Does it work in my country?
Does it work in your country? Maybe you're choosing a payment service provider that is not even known. You just know it. You know, in our country, we have got Airtel Money and we have what? M-Pesa. If you happen to go interior there, if you tell them about Airtel Money, they might think you want to phone them. Because everybody is used to M-Pesa. Even when you understand that Airtel Money is, transmitting money for free, 1,000 is free, maybe 2,000 is free. You buy bundles through Airtel Money, you get more bundles than. Isn't that true? But very few would have much trust with Airtel Money. So check first, is that payment service provider available in your locality? Are your customers having the payment service provider that you're dealing with? Then number two.
How can my business withdraw from the account?
From the account, how can it be withdrawn? You see, the procedure of withdrawing from an M-Pesa, how hard is it? Even Marjorie can withdraw when she's asleep. You understand? Everybody knows how to handle M-Pesa. Now, you who is making a business run online, don't choose a complicated mode of payment. Choose a service provider that it will be very easy for one to pay you. You know, nowadays, if you go now to Jumia, they don't tell you, oh, this and this. They tell you, do you have the phone that will do the payment? If the answer is yes, they will tell you just hold. You will put a M-Pesa fee. Quickly. See, that one now is a service provider that has made the work to be easy. Then,
what are the fees?
how much are we charging? What is M-Pesa charging when you transfer 100,000? I know Madam Virung is transporting this money every day. How much do they charge? So security purposes she's holding. Yeah. So now you check, is it logically okay? For example, equity, if you transfer 1,000 from equity account to another client, there is a charge fee there, isn't it? Then the same 1,000 is also charged when you're sending it via M-Pesa. So now check the amount that is being used. Are the fees so high or affordable? What happens in case of a fraud? Like nowadays, M-Pesa. You see, M-Pesa is the reversal transaction working, still working. Has it been effective enough? Has it ever used to? Because nowadays I hear that when you reverse, the person who is supposed to reverse is also called
Yes.
to determine whether I should return or not.
Yes.
So even if it's you, Marjorie, will you accept to return and you need as a man? You don't even pick the call. So the moment you say reverse, let it not ask the other person. Let it pick and return.
But that has it happens, but there's a scenario where it's not good because let's say these people that go into matatus or tuk-tuks and then they pay, and then once they get off they reverse quickly, and then if you don't ask the tuk-tuk driver if the money should be reversed, then the payment is gone.
That's why now Safaricom came up with what?
Pochi.
With Poch. Came up with Poch. But not everybody has got Pochi or Pochi la Biashara. Pochi la Biashara, for those that are not Kenyan, it is a payment mode which nobody can reverse back the money. So in Africa, Kenya, we call it Pochi la Biashara. So very important. Now, how often will the system pay me? You know the other systems which they say you deliver your product but we pay only on Fridays. You see? You have the money and you see it reflected, but you cannot withdraw until Friday. So between the 1 day payment mode and another one which pays in 3 days, or maybe Monday, Wednesday and Friday, another one is daily, you can withdraw. Like those who have been doing betting, you bet and withdraw after how many times? Or after you have won? Maybe your team has won. Do you withdraw immediately?
Yes. If you reach the limit, the minimum limit.
Or the minimum limit? Or why do they put this minimum limit? Maybe they don't want you to withdraw everything.
Yes.
Okay, now how do I integrate it on my e-commerce? If maybe I have now developed to have my own website or an e-commerce, yeah? How do I integrate the M-Pesa service with it? Like there was another guy who was saying he wanted to he was dealing with a collection of rent, and then the M-Pesa is saying, go to M-Pesa when they are dividing their clients to pay. Go to M-Pesa, pull this one, do this one, and then you pay. That one is not yet integrated. But the M-Pesa which is integrated is that the moment, if maybe whoever is hosting you is maybe which company? Jongeto or Utmost Faith, which other companies you know you don't rent, so you don't understand about this. But once you become an agent, you can take the M-Pesa app to work directly with like that. So that is the integration. How is the service provider able to integrate with my services? So now we will make some research on this. We will handle this one in the next few minutes. So what could be the feasible option for you when you're dealing with your clients? What could be the feasible? We will handle this one as an assignment. So now we want to check, how do we prevent fraud? Remember, we have just put our business online. Now how do we defend, how do we protect ourselves against fraud? So what happens is, monitor first the flow of cash in your commerce. Number one, the first thing that will happen is buyer receives your invoice. This one is very important. Don't send your work without the invoice back first reaching the client. The second thing is yes, buyer transfers to the service provider, then yes, then and then we see, just go back, we go to the questions that we were having. Sorry, just go back. Yes. So the feasible options for you. So I want us to take around 3 minutes, write down the options that are feasible for you, that once we begin to implement, you will be able to check